Hey y'all, so today I was out and about in the old dusty desert mobile and my passenger window rolled down but would not roll back up, and neither of the switches here, this driver's side or passenger side, were fixing the problem. Pardon my mess, I'm out here trying to do some winter clothes purging, but yeah, so my window got stuck down. And so I'm going to show you how we can just clean the switch up a little bit. So first things first is you're going to want to get to the master switch on the inside of this door here. So on the Jeep Patriot, kind of had a hard time figuring out how I even get this apart without breaking it. So learn from me. Underneath here, there is this little tab. Go ahead and pop that out with a little flathead screwdriver and you'll find a bolt holding on the door. For me, it was a hex head. So just went and found my hex bit and took it right on out. Nice and easy. It'd be helpful if I actually had my magnetic one, but I don't. So now that I got this open, you can see there's a little bit of movement in the door. So now this right here is going to be held together by a few little tabs. So you just give it not too crazy, and you don't want to like break anything, but yeah, you'll see, give it a little pressure and it pops open. You can just wiggle that around a little bit and work your way down. It's getting a little hard, so I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down and figure out how I can get this nice and easy. Perfect. Got my trusty flathead in the Jeep. And so I'm just going to get in there, find a few more of those little tabs, and it should just pop right off. Cool. So here we are. Might need a few tabs down here too. Alright, and we're back. So yeah, I just had to run my flathead under here the same way I did up top, and I was able to just find quite a few tabs. You know, if it's not coming off, you don't have to go crazy with it, but just keep working it along and you'll notice some of those tabs come off, and once you get that first tab, it kind of does become a lot easier. Alright, so now that all of this is exposed here, you can see where all those tabs just slide in. Nothing crazy is holding it together. You're gonna see our switch here, right? So you're gonna have obviously your mirrors up here in the front. You're gonna have your front switches right here in the middle, and then in the back you're gonna go ahead and have your rear switches. My issues with the front, so what I'm gonna do is just unclip here. Going to grab the little push tab, and I'm gonna have to set this down for a second. Just gonna grab this little push tab here and wiggle our switch loose. Boom. My Jeep's pretty dirty. Yours probably won't be near as dirty as mine, but you know, you never know. All right, so now that I got my my front window switch open here, like I said, my Jeep's pretty dirty, so I think I've collected a little bit of moisture, a little bit of gunk in there. So what I'm gonna do is simply take some 91% isopropyl alcohol here, right? And I'm gonna just go ahead and get this thing nice and coated, all right? I'm gonna spray some inside of that switch, And then I'm going to rub a bunch on the little metal connectors inside the switch itself. So pouring some ISO in there, getting it flushed out real good. And that's just going to help break down whatever gunk might be in there. You know, like I said, I live out in the desert, and so I collect a lot of dust. No matter how much I clean my car, it just gets dirty. So I've kind of almost stopped cleaning the car a little bit. But don't tell my mom. All right. So now I'm gonna pour a little down here into where the connectors are, and I'm gonna grab a little cloth. And I'm just going to give it a little scrub. Give it, you know, nothing crazy, but, you know, maybe hopefully just enough contact to break down some of that gunk, like I said. Right. Sweet. Looking better already. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip this, right? And just allow it to just dry for a while. Nothing crazy, maybe like 15-20 minutes, if that. We're just gonna let it all air itself out, and we'll come back to it. All right, and we're back, nice and dry. Gave this about, I don't know, 15-ish minutes or so. Blew it out a couple times, and you can kind of already see, like, it looks really good from how I had pulled it out. Already had a bit of dirt in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and reconnect this in like so. And now that it's in there nice and tight, I'm going to go ahead and throw our keys in the ignition. Give her a little power. And we're going to test this bad boy. So now, when we go down, and we come up. So, I mean, I'm no mechanic. I got all kinds of crazy things going on in my car, lights and whatnot. But you know, if you feel like you gotta change the switch or you just can't figure it out, maybe you want to give this one a little try. Sometimes you just need to get some dirt off of there. So we're just gonna go ahead and work in reverse. Put this thing all back together. Start clicking those in. You'll see here, use my foot here to wedge it, and boom, 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 it's in. Super easy. Just like that, it all snaps back to place. Don't forget to put your screw back in. And yeah, you're good to go. So boom, it's that easy sometimes. All right, you don't have to be a mechanic. You just have to not be scared to try. All right, this is for my 2014 Jeep Patriot. It works for quite a few different years, you know, same models. So yeah, you know, give it a try. It might work for you. Shout outs to my Uncle Jay. You're a lifesaver, bro. You give confidence to people all around. Love y'all. Peace.